Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. Welcome to my school. He is my principal, Mr. R. Welcome. Vice Principal, Mr. Brad.
The second time, we have all gathered here for the US Teacher Ceremony, Student Council, 2024 and 25.
I would like to welcome our today's chief guest, Shri Police. Guest of honor, Shri Baba Sahib Newgal, Superintendent of Police, other police officers, dignitaries on the days, teachers and sisters.
By being present always and smiling, it takes you nearer to God, nearer than entering the function with a prayer song. And I would like to call upon the students of Dr. Puttraj Gawai Music Club to present. Thank you, friends.
I would like to call upon my friend Sakshi Manigadan to present the welcome address. All present here. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. We have all gathered here of the Students' Council for the academic year 2024 and 25. I am privileged and immensely honored to welcome our today's chief.
To introduce the chief guest, Shri Vikas Kumar Vikas.
To the list of honors, I cordially welcome to the list of IPS Superintendent of Police Gadars of
चलो 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 चलो
Kumar K from 9B and Kumari Ivan Kappar from 9C.
Swachh BDD, Secretary Kumar Azim Bijapur, Assistant Copper.
First Grade and Healthcare Department, Lamamin Kai, Assistant Secretary Kumar Aditya Sakargowda, Kumari Shraddha Kala.
Secretary Kumar Nakul Laga, Assistant Secretary Kumar Nakul Gowda Gowda and Kumari Anjali Sarjan.
The joy of doing love session.
Art and Music.
Shri Vikas Kumar Vikas sir as the chief guest for our investiture ceremony. Sir has travelled all the way from Belgaum to be a part of our school community this day, and he has blessed us with his presence. So at the outset, I would like all of you to give a huge round of applause the BVVN way to thank sir for coming all the way from Belgaum to Gadag to be part of BVV's event today. All of us know that Vikas Kumar sir is an outstanding police officer. Sanjay has already done the introduction. But I would want to highlight one key aspect, what we learned from his biodata or his life story. And reading his life story through his biodata, I connect with this quote very well. Great leaders with true passion makes the impossible possible. I repeat, great leaders with true passion makes the impossible possible. It's because these great leaders believe in themselves first, and also they believe in the capabilities to bring out the best of their teammates. And Vikas Kumar sir is a testimony to this quote. He, in his capacity in being MSIL, has turned over the whole unit into more than 3,000 crores of income, and he has successfully portrayed that he is not only a successful police officer but also an entrepreneur, a business leader and a visionary to bring a positive change. And this didn't go unnoticed. Along with his excellent police career and his tenure in MSIL, he was recognized by quite a lot of organizations, and the list is very big. But from that big list, I am just taking a few of them to highlight here. One of the awards is the World's Best Emerging Leaders Award at the House of Lords in London, COVID Commitment Award in Singapore, Asia's Greatest Business Leader Award at Dubai, and the list goes on. So, sir, today you stand as a role model to our students as not only a police officer but also a good leader. So, I think Ravi sir has chosen the right person to bring into the investiture ceremony a true leader as a role model. We also have with us the SP of Gadag, Nemgowda sir. Sir's work in Gadag is quite visible to all of us. We should give credit to what work he has done in his tenure, the third eye, the traffic marking, the signages, and the list goes on again. So sir has brought true changes in Gadag and has contributed positively to our community. So a huge round of applause to SP sir also for the great work he has done and he is doing. In my today's address, I am going to focus on some of the lessons that I learned from a children's story book that I read recently. Now you might wonder, why is Vinayak sir reading children's story book? So I read children's story book because these story books are a storehouse of wisdom. There are n number of life lessons we can learn from this simple, easy to read and quick to understand stories. So I read a book which is called The Day the Crayons Quit. I say it again, The Day the Crayons Quit. It is written by Drew Daywalt. So when I read this story, I connected this story to leadership. What are the lessons of leadership that we can learn from this short story? So before I say or highlight the leadership lessons, let me quickly summarize the story for all of you to understand. Duncan is a young boy. He uses crayons every day to do some artwork. I am sure crayons is the favorite for all the students. So he uses crayons to do artwork, and when he uses the crayons, he doesn't use it all the same. Some crayons are used more, some crayons are used less. So usually the crayons box when you buy, it looks like this. All the crayons are different but of the same size. Correct? It looks neat only the day that you bring it. But as you start using the crayons to make different artworks, this crayon box never looks like this. It's only on the day that you bring. But progressively, I collected some crayons from ELC. This is how the crayons look. You know, some crayons are like this. The cover is no longer there. Some crayons are overused. They are full small size, very chota. And some crayons look as it is. They are never used. Right? So for example, black color, pink color, dark green color. These crayons are usually as it is. But if you take sky blue, see how big the sky blue is. No, you use sky blue too much, right? And then the orange and yellow and so on and so forth. So this was the case with Duncan also. He used some crayons a lot and he didn't use some crayons at all. So the crayons decided to quit. They started to protest. So the crayons wrote a letter to Duncan saying that, Duncan, you overuse some of us, you don't use some of us, you are very partial. You are not using us correctly. So the crayon said, I am going to quit. I am not going to help you to create a masterpiece. So what did Duncan do? He read the letters. He empathized with the crayons, saying that maybe the crayons are feeling bad, that I am overusing some and not using some. So he decided to create an artwork where he used all the colors of the crayon box equally, without overusing anything or underusing anything. So that is the end of the story. Now how did I connect this to leadership? This box of crayon is like our school community. Each student, each teacher, each leader is different. Like no colors are same, no person in this organization is same. Everybody is different and everybody is unique and everybody has got their own strengths. So now it is the duty of the leader to bring out the best from each person, like how Duncan brought out the best from each of the color. And in the process, you become better and you also bring out the best of yourself. So leadership, my dear students, is not about dominance. It is not about people under you, but it is people with you. It is about guiding, motivating, and it is a responsibility. It is not power, but it is responsibility. So please keep that in mind. The second leadership lesson I connected with this story was leading with empathy. When Duncan read the letters written by the crayons, he didn't say what crayons are saying, chalo, just forget it. I am going to use what I am going to use. But he felt bad for the crayons. He changed the way he used the crayons and he created a beautiful masterpiece. So as leaders, it is your bound duty to pay attention to the voices that is coming from the teammates. What are they saying? So the key here is active listening, collaboration, and working together, and constantly strive to lead with empathy. Lastly, leadership is about balance and fairness. I told you that some crayons are overused, some crayons are underused. So it happens with leaders also. Sometimes some resources are overused, some resources are underused. Now the key here is balance and try to give equal opportunities to everybody without being partial and being fair with the choices that we make. So just as every crayon has its place in creating a masterpiece, everyone in your team must be given an equal opportunity to strive and contribute. So my dear students, today as you take on your new avatar as a student council leader, remember you are also like a crayon. Each one different, each one important, and each one capable of making a difference. So when you execute your duties with responsibility, you not only make a better school community, but you're also preparing yourself for the OCA world beyond the safe walls of BVV. Congratulations and best wishes on your leadership journey. Keep becoming better every day. Jai Hind.
You heard your Vinayak sir talk very, very nice things. They are not just nice, very strong also. Isn't it? Yes. Yes. We witnessed a very nice investiture ceremony in a very, very, very nice organized way. You chose your leaders. Correct? I'll tell you all of your leaders. How do we become leaders? We become nice followers to become good leaders. Now all the leaders also needs to be very good followers. Until and unless you are, following the right things, we can't become good leaders. So, all of you are leaders, isn't it? What nice things are written here. All of you must be reading every day. I'll read the vision for you. An institute of excellence on an eternal journey to be the best. Best is not defined. What you are today, tomorrow you are one notch higher, one notch better. So it's a journey. The journey goes on for you all through to achieve that best in you. All of you can achieve whatever you desire for yourself. The only point is, we have to plan and work that much more harder, honestly and consciously to achieve that. Once we do that, we will achieve that. Any doubts on that? We heard, some of the young boys and girls of 9th and 10th standard with the confidence and the poise with which they were talking from here. It's amazing. It's absolutely beyond comprehension at times, because we took a lot of time to achieve that. Wonderfully well you guys spoken. And if we have to have something like this, credit has to go to somebody who has conceptualized the whole thing. I think your mother, Mr. Ravi, so I think she must have thought an amazing thing that much more time back. In US, we have got, universities training students from a very young age to become political leaders. I am not sure this is the only place in the whole country today, in India. What you guys are, what you students, young kids are learning today is taking your confidence that much more higher. Gandhiji, you are aware of the ideas of Gandhiji? Gandhiji, Bapu. I am talking of the young kids, I am not talking there. Gandhiji, Gottavara ಬಗ್ಗೆ? What he used to tell? Learning by doing. Okay? Nalikali. What is being preached here is the same. What you are supposed to do all through your life is a part of your eternal journey from here only. You guys are very lucky. They will come out as a finished product. They don't need to learn these things outside anywhere else. This learning while they are here, I think is going to take them that much more higher. Any school, any institution, is as good as the commitment by its teachers. But that is not good enough. The commitment needs to be matched by the commitment of the students. I am sure what we all witness and what we can oversee from outside, I think this is the building of a wonderful institution for future, which is currently doing exceptionally well. For quite some time, I was also having a small chit chat with Mr. Ravi of, till now I think you have till 10th standard. I am sure these kind of things, these kind of institutions should take care of more number of students, because kids deserve to get good quality education. And we all, including me, you tomorrow, all of us, we have got responsibilities towards the kids who do not have that opportunity. I will give a very small example. Right to education. Earlier it was part of directive principles. Means, as in when the country is in a sound position, the nation state is in a sound position, it will take up education for all. That is what right to education, it was kept in the. Subsequently, few years back, it was brought to the fundamental rights. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution says right to life. It is a subset of right to life. How important it is? When it is so important, then everybody deserves to be educated and educated well. Mr. Vinayak, I think, was very kind in talking very, very nice things about me. Additionally, taking cue from this, we decided how we can contribute towards involving the last child who does not get the opportunity to be educated. Few years back, I was managing director of Mysore Sales International Limited, that is called MSIL. Why expanded MSIL? Because MSIL is also Maruti Suzuki International Limited, so that confusion comes. That time, during the COVID, one very strange situation came. Suddenly, this physical form of schooling went off. Everything came down to audio visuals from a distance learning over the screen. I have got 2 kids. Right now, the daughter is in 11th standard and the son is in 6th. So 4-5 years back, you can imagine similar size. They made the full use of this audio visual and nobody watching them. In proper Krishna pose, my son used to sleep. Audio visual was on. I tried to understand, this is not just the story of your home, it is a story everywhere else. Generations will get lost. If those 1 or 2 years were lost, generations would have been affected. We worked for almost 6 to 8 months on a particular plan because Government of Karnataka has taken the responsibility of a large number of students through various departments whose end-to-end requirements of education as well as their lodging, fooding is taken care by government as a whole. Complete responsibility of parentage other than being the parent is taken over by the government of the state. Under that particular thing, we developed a model in which we forced all of you to read. Because during the COVID, during audiovisual, reading and writing was getting lost. They were not reading, they were not writing. They were only becoming experts in audiovisuals. That too, they had choice. We developed a model in which we forced the kids to read, forced the kids to write, and audiovisual was created to aid both students and teachers. So that the purpose was to keep the teachers and the students on the same plane, same mental plane. The idea was also from our understanding when we were kids, when we were in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th standard. We felt the difference between different students. Some of them were, going along with the speed in the class with the teachers, and some were not. Kids find it difficult. Subsequently, teachers also find it difficult. Hence the extra classes for differently abled students. Students are the same, brain is the same, awareness is the same. How do we make it better? How do we bring them closer to each other? Is what is our responsibility. When I say our responsibility, I am aligning myself to you. I was myself a lecturer in the university. I am a teacher myself. That thing was understood, and we focused that the teachers and the students should be brought to the same mental plane. Once we were able to bring that, I can tell you, in the social welfare department, which we have been coordinating and supplying these materials with complete educational package. And you will see the results. I don't think in the country anywhere that kind of result is being given by any institution, government or private alike. The passing percentage is 99.8, and 40% of students in 10th and 12th for last 3 years continuously, 40 and above, are getting more than 90%. I never got it. But I'm happy the way they are achieving. This model, Mr. Ravi, was taken up by Government of India. This is under study at the Niti Aayog and Ministry of Education. I hope if modifications are required, with some modification, this should be sent across to the whole country, because the purpose needs to get served. Why I told such a story? Because I have a clarity of focus that education should reach all. Nobody should be left behind. And I am very happy for all of you, particularly the kids of this age, that you are getting to learn the nice things from a very, very, very young age. You will be the leaders for tomorrow. I will repeat once more the same thing where I started from. Have that belief in you, have that faith in you. What I want to achieve, I will do that. Only thing is that you have to honestly assess yourself, plan accordingly, and work for it. If you are able to do that, nobody stops you. All of you are wonderful followers because you have to become a good leader later. Thank you very much.